Agriculture on the move.
Agricole en mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole en mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole en mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole en mouvement. Good day again, St. Lucia, and welcome to the program Agriculture on the Move. I am Philip Sidney, your host. Today with me is the Honorable Ezechiel Joseph, who has the responsibility for agriculture, fisheries, physical planning, natural resources, and cooperatives. Welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you very much, Sidney, and I'm happy to be here. And let me give me the opportunity to extend to our stakeholders all the best for 2021. We are in this coronavirus situation, COVID-19, fighting it, and I'm hoping that collectively we will be able to overcome the challenges that this COVID-19 is posing for us, especially for the agriculture sector. So let me wish everyone all the best and continue to follow the protocols and stay safe.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Last year was a difficult year. Again, as you mentioned, COVID was around at the time, and of course, agriculture was hindered. However, a lot was done. If you can recall in our year-end review, I mean, I was surprised to see so much we accomplished. Bearing in mind, of course, you also have responsibility for WASCO, so a lot of this came to the fore, you know. But going back a bit, when you came in as minister, say 4.5 years ago, you know, I'm sure, you know, your policies were, in a snap of a finger, you'd have been able to see results in so many ways, so many things you wanted to accomplish. Let's look at the banana industry. Tell us where we are now, what you expected and where we are now.
Well, before I answer that question, you spoke about the year in review. Unfortunately, I have not seen the entire program. But I can tell you there is a gentleman I have a lot of confidence in. He's in the PR business. And yesterday he was in my office doing an interview with me. And he really complimented my information staff as to the quality of work that they are doing in the Ministry of Agriculture. Of course, and disseminating information. So I just want to express to you, and of course, by extension to the staff, the team, I hope we continue the good work that we have been able to accomplish in 2020. As it pertains to the banana industry, like you said, unfortunately, COVID has created some problems for us. But the banana industry is not only COVID affecting the banana industry. The whole situation with the going into receivership of both Windfresh UK and Windfresh WI has created a lot of challenges for us in St. Lucia, because one would appreciate the fact, and it's a fact, that as far as the major shareholders of these companies, St. Lucia is the only shareholder that is still continue to export bananas to the UK and of course to the region. Whilst the others are exporting to the region, but to the UK, St. Lucia is the only shareholder that's exporting to the UK. So the closure of Windfresh UK and now Windfresh WI going into receivership has created more challenges for us. And again, once you look at challenges, there are also opportunities, right? So this year we have to really focus, especially early in the year, have to focus as to how we restructure that industry, and for us to continue to build the confidence of the farmers, or the members those farmers who are still involved in the banana industry. I'm sure you would agree and you would realize, and generally St. Lucians would realize and agree, that since we came in 2016, the project that we put in place, we have seen benefits. We have seen more farmers get back into production. We have seen the acreages increase. So that is a sign that the farmers are buying into the policy as it pertains to that industry. But of course, like you would know, and if you have to put on your extension hat, one of the main things or the main challenges for us to continue and for farmers to continue is a reliable market.
Yes.
All right? And if the market is not then giving support to the farmers on a timely basis, and if farmers are not being paid on a timely basis, that can be very discouraging. Mm-hmm. So now it's a new challenge for us.
Okay. The next topic that I would like, which is very close to me and close to you too, is the 7-crop project. And I think when you look at our import substitution program, I think that was long overdue. We keep talking about, our food import bill is soaring every year. That we, finally we found out exactly why, especially coming from crops that we can produce in St. Lucia. So tell us about,
Well, before I move to the 7-crop program, I just want to, if you don't mind, I don't want to give at least to educate our farmers, especially our banana farmers, what is it that we have been doing as a government in the new environment, unfortunate environment I call it, as it pertains to the going to receivership of Windfresh, WI and Windfresh UK. The NFTO, National Farmers Fair Trade Organization, last year on many occasions came to government for support, financial support, right? And it is well documented that the cabinet, under the leadership of the Honorable Prime Minister, did give financial support on many occasions to the NFTO. But Cabinet was saying, since the situation with Windfresh, Cabinet was saying, look, the time has come for us to understand, and for farmers to understand, and for the leadership of the NFTO to understand that they should not seek the government as a cash cow. Right? Each time things go bad, run to government for money, and the management of the organization is not performing to a level that we are satisfied with. So the last time the board met last year with the cabinet, that is the board of the NFTO with cabinet, it was clearly articulated to them that for government to continue to give support to that industry, there must be some serious restructuring of the NFTO to a level that we are satisfied with. All right? They agreed. And through the ministry, we hired a consultant. And the consultant went out there, met with mostly all the farmers' branches, met with members, met with the executive, met with some of the stakeholders, and to come up with some recommendation options as to how we could restructure the NFTO. I can report here today that coming out of that report, we met with the NFTO leadership on many occasions. When I say we, the Ministry of Agriculture, in addition to our banana unit, we met with the leadership of the NFTO on many occasions to look at the options that were recommended in the report. We finally agreed as to one of the options with a little changes, and we submitted that report to, I presented that report to the Cabinet of Ministers. And the report clearly states that, look, there are going to be some serious restructuring of the NFTO because of the so many groups. They think that they will amalgamate some of the groups and come along with less groups. And we agreed that we'd have a composition of 4 free representation at the board level, and that means the farmers would identify 4 directors and government would identify 3 directors. That was submitted to the NFTO, to the board, to the cabinet, sorry. But what was also agreed was that, I'm saying agreed between the Ministry of Agriculture and the NFTO, that the chairmanship of the new board would be a member of the NFTO. All right? I want to say regrettably, the cabinet did not agree with that aspect. The cabinet said that whilst they agreed the composition of 4 free composition, but the chairman should be a member of one of the 3 directors that government is recommending to be on the board. Okay, so I have since met with the NFTO to inform them of that situation. Now, they are requesting from us $8 point something million support. And I can tell you, Cabinet has decided that it will not put 1 cent until they're satisfied, one, with the structure.
That's right.
Secondly, with a holistic plan for the banana industry, as far as extension, as far as support to our farmers, as far as how we going to continue marketing the fruit, as far as how we're going to reduce quality claims, and that is what killing the NFTO. When Windfresh was in UK, Windfresh was creating that safety net.
Right.
But Windfresh not there now, and working in Fives and working in Prima, they are not as sympathetic to our industry, and whatever quality problems that they have, they charge the industry. So what we now do, we have to put on the structures in St. Lucia, right, where we can satisfy ourselves that in every or the majority of the fruits live in St. Lucia are good quality. So definitely the whole structure here have to change, right? So that is what we are saying. So I met with the NFTO, and they was a bit hesitant in accepting that recommendation. But like I tell them, it's not for them to make a decision. They have to go meet the members. So I'm aware that they are meeting with the members to inform the members as to that recommendation coming out of Cabinet. And let's hope that by the end of this month, by the end of this week, Friday, I can get some confirmation whether they accept it or not. Because one have to understand, that's a private entity, and government would not have, Cabinet has said, will not continue putting money into a private entity, and we have no say in the management of the running of that entity. So could I say that in Creole? Because I think it's important. It's important because moi si la nye chay information do qui ka di contribue pour ça me dire. Moi veux dire that gouvernement l'année passée baye chay l'argent pour NFTO, yo venu outil gouvernement sous deux occasions. Et puis le gouvernement a baillé l'argent pour supporter, pour payer les farmers. Mais là, il y a encore, le gouvernement dit que nous ne pouvons pas continuer à faire ça, expressément quand nous savons que Windfresh fermé. Et puis la situation en market l'Angleterre est différente. So, actuellement, nous pouvons, qui manière nous ça, faire un new arrangement pour nous continuer à vendre figues en Angleterre, parce que l'Angleterre veut les figues. So, le gouvernement dit, NFTO, les devenus, that's one way nous avons fait changement en NFTO, so at least nous avons une organisation qui a délivré ça, ou quoi, il s'est délivré. Now, based on cette décision, ça, nous, Ministry of Agriculture, hire consultant va venir, il va nous 3 options. Let's say 3 options have arrivé. Nous jouons les NFTO, nous disons ces 3 options là, nous d'accord puis your option. Your option nous d'accord et puis c'est that board NFTO qui ni 7 membres, 4 membres qui farmers, ces farmers là qui sélecté 4 membres ça et puis 3 membres qui membres gouvernement pour manager NFTO. Based à sous discussion nous tenu en cabinet l'année ça, 2 semaines passées, cabinet d'accord et puis restructuring ça, but ça you dit that you pas d'accord at least a beginning pour chairman c'est NFTO. Ça you dit le chairman c'est pour au chairperson c'est ça son nom ça femme. Chairperson c'est un monde qui gouvernement met l'accord directeur. So et puis information ça moi a joindre et puis NFTO et puis nous dire situation. Et puis, moi, ça, NFTO, parce que comme je dis, je ne sais pas quoi est bon pour ça pour décision right away meeting, non? À parler avec les membres pour dire qui sa situation et puis qui sa gouvernement a dit pour a recommend. So, moi, ça, je dois parler et puis membres. Mais comme vous le dites, nous ne pouvons pas restructuring of NFTO. Nous pouvons voir situation qui ça nous pouvons faire. Qui m'a dit nous avons restructure figure parce que ça nous a fait en temps passé that nous avons joué un chay quality claims et quality claims là qu'a efforcé la NFTO carrément. So quand un pays qui est still involvé qu'a exporté figue l'Angleterre, nous ne pouvons pas ça nous a fait pour baisser à son qualité vieille qualité figue qui a l'Angleterre parce que ça a détruit l'argent NFTO carrément. So both ça quand il y a stabilité ça, et puis le gouvernement a dit, depuis qu'il est satisfait, et puis bon, il y a qui ça va ici pour nous, ça continuer qu'à vendre fig. Moi, ça dit, that based on discussions, nous avons that 5 artificial fig là, 5 Sainsbury artificial fig nous, et puis through Premier, with rows of artificial fig nous. So, on va manière nous ça restructure fig là, industry fig là, c'est ici, pour faire ça continuer qu'à benefit.
Wow. That's not shy.
Well,
well, the thing is, I was not privy to all of that, so I am happy to hear the way forward. But we'll do for our first break.
Okay,
well, the only break.
Okay,
You're watching Agriculture on the Move. Stay tuned. We'll be back very, very, very soon.
Accident encore. Mi de bœuf là, on go taureau et puis yon belle vache. Des machines croisées et moun blessé. Ah non, messieurs et dames, bagay sa la kani pour du bout. Stray animals are endangering human lives and property. Livestock owners, please ensure animals do not stray on roads, highways, and public places. Remember, sections of the Animals Act 2005 states, stray animals will be seized and put in a pound by authorized persons. Owners will be liable to a fine of $5,000 or 2 years imprisonment or both. Save innocent animals. Save human lives and property. A message from the Department of Agriculture.
Welcome back to the program, Agriculture on the Move. Wow, there's so many things happening, just like COVID. the things have changed, have to be changed in the sector, the banana sector. And I'm hoping, of course, with all of the changes, the farmers will adapt. And of course, our banana industry is here to stay. I mean, there's a market for bananas, and we'll continue to market bananas, of course, Mr. Minister, I'm sure of that. Okay, let's move on. There are lots, again, I said, achievements in the ministry, but we don't have enough time to go through all of that. Like I said, the year review took care of that. Yeah. But one of the projects which I spoke to you earlier was a 7-crop project, which I think is a very important project. Can you give us a little elucidation on that project?
Well, I'm happy to, because just yesterday we had a meeting in the ministry with all the extension officers and the project team, and of course our supporting government, the government and people of Taiwan. I know they were at that meeting to review where we are and what is it that we can accomplish for 2021, taking into consideration that this year is the end of the project.
Okay.
This year is the third year, it was a 3-year project. Yes. Sydney, when we conceptualized the project, we never had envisaged we'd have that challenge with COVID.
Yes.
All right, and like I spoke earlier about the importance of a reliable market, that's critical, especially dealing with highly perishable items in agriculture. The COVID situation has really affected us, and I'm not looking for any excuses, because when you look at our accomplishment before COVID, the records were showing that we were reducing the importation of these crops. So which means we are doing something good. All right? So there's no if and but about that policy. All right? But now the closure of the hospitality industry, the reduction in the operation of the hospitality industry. And remember, I say in hospitality industry, not only looking at the whole aspect of the hotels, but it was the restaurants and all the other institutions that's utilizing food or preparing food, that's going to affect, right? The output of what we are doing. What we realized, what we said yesterday, we would need to really look at how we can now reprogram, at least for this year, because whilst there seems to be some level of optimism that the tourism industry, the hospitality industry will rebound the middle of this year, we have no control as to what's happening, and we have to be very mindful as to how we go out there and put in your extension hat now, how you go out there and advise farmers to produce and they cannot sell. Exactly. That can be more detrimental to you, to the extension office, and of course to the government. So we are doing our analysis as to what has been the trend, which of course you're very familiar with, of our production post pre-COVID. Pre-COVID, yeah. Right, moving the hospitality industry requirement and see what have been the local demands, and see and balance this vis-a-vis local production, and for us to see what opportunities that are there. I can tell you that based on the meeting that I attended looking at the preparations for budget for 2021-2022, the Ministry of Economic Development had good reviews about the project based on the figures that they have been able to get. So it's for us now, despite the fact that we have this major challenge, to see what can be done. The government, I must at least be given an opportunity to express our support and our thanks to the government and people of Taiwan through the local embassy, the ambassador and Mario and technical mission. They have been bringing down a lot of inputs, in fact, selling at reduced prices to our farmers who are involved in the project. We have trained a number of farmers, we have trained extension officers, we have the question of new technology that has been introduced. So COVID is just the problem that we are faced with.
We have to work with COVID.
We have to work with COVID. But again, notwithstanding this, we have based on the whole policy decision of the government not to privatize the marketing board. Yes. And when people say, oh, you're privatizing the marketing board, you're closing the marketing board, I say, no, I mean, we're restructuring the marketing board. The marketing board now is holding its own. I mean, when you look at the figures coming from the marketing board as far as its operations, when you look at the relationship between the marketing board and farmers, that is increasing. Look now, we have built a pack house, all right, of international standard, which would, through the support of Export St. Lucia, we will, and of course, once things reopen, we will see what are the possibilities of exporting. There's a big demand for our produce, especially question of CMOS. I'm sure you know what's happening.
CMOS, like a gold rush.
Right now, I mean, our seashores have been taken up, and there's a little conflict between the recreation users, the fishermen, and the CMOS farmers, which of course we have to see how we can nip in the bud. So I'm saying all this to say that the 7 crop was a first initiative, and not that we're going to stay with the 7 crop, but we're going to expand it. Right. What we have also seen is that the St. Lucia Marketing Board has entered into contractual arrangements with a number of farmers. Okay, so we have the Massey helping with marketing, and which they have been doing a very good job as far as this is concerned. You know, and I hope they're going to continue as far as that organization is concerned. And the supermarket, and of course with the Restructuring St. Lucia Marketing Board, that'll be something that we can move ahead with. In fact, what we have agreed now, because you remember in my first term, I said there was a need to really restructure the St. Lucia Marketing Board, and the deliberate intention of building a facility in cul-de-sac, right, was part of the vision for the St. Lucia Marketing Board, right? So that building was built during my first term. We also said that we should see how we can utilize the RRDC in Otsa, not to have it only on banana days, to have it to be able to operate throughout the week to accommodate our farmers who are not banana producers. That was accomplished because what we found out that the facility in Castries in Conway, farmers had to park all by the roundabout and carry bags and things in their head because of traffic congestion and that. So now farmers are it's more comfortable for farmers to go down the cul-de-sac and sell. But what we realize, and Sydney, is that the outlet in Castries is a major component of this marketing board. All right, and so I can say today that this year we shall see the commencement of the construction of a new facility in Castries. Okay. All right, the existing structure will be knocked down, so the marketing board will be at least temporarily shift to the Castries market. All right, and there'll be a new facility built with modern environment, so at least people feel more comfortable coming to the marketing board. I hope it's going to be 2 floors, 3 floors together. No, it'll be over 2 floors. Oh, good. 2 floors. So the top floor will have cubicles for persons who are involved in art and craft and these other things. So it'll be 2 floors. Yeah. So Minister, we have only about 5 minutes left. So I know there are a number of accomplishments, but I think moving from the pack house, I think we're going to go straight to the diagnostic lab. Oh yes, well, yes, we can mesh it. Yeah, we can just mesh it because the pack house we have there, we have what we call a small lab to do a lot of testing for residue. Correct. Because whilst we speak about production productivity, we also have to speak about food safety.
Very important.
Food safety is very important. We can't be out there producing and then we're not producing food in a safe environment where our consumers have the confidence in it. So the pack house down in Cul-de-sac has made provision for us to do some what they call minimal testing of residue and minimal testing of a number of things. But we have opened officially the diagnostic facility at Union, and there farmers can get all the support that they need. And let me say, and time may not be on our side, but let me say how that idea came up is that being involved in managing the Safalis farm, where we used to experience a lot of hairline cracks in eggs, right? I said, something's wrong, but we have no facility in St. Lucia that could do the testing of the feed to satisfy the farmer that the quality that he's promised is a reality. Yeah. It's very expensive for us to send feed outside to test, and that's where the idea came out. If we are going to continue in agriculture, and we should, especially now COVID, everybody thinks agriculture is the way out. We need to have the infrastructure in St. Lucia to give support, and that's where the idea of the lab came in, and that's why when I was there as Minister of Agriculture in my first term, the whole idea was to put a lab down. I must say the venue I had identified for the lab was the Roseau building, because you know we had a lab down there, right? Yes. But the government changed, and the minister had a different idea, and I welcome the change that he made. I think, first of all, I'm going to say thank you very much for he continuing with that idea, and the change of location, I welcome it.
That's what Musa Shabatis.
Musa Shabatis.
Very good. Yeah, very good idea. Yeah. Very good. In closing, I'm sure there are lots more. You have Volet moving from Bosiju to Volet. You had Predia last in the agro processing. We have, we mentioned CMOS. But as we're about to end, and just some final words on those projects, briefly. Well,
Volet, we're hoping to finish Volet this year. I'm hoping before the financial year anyway to finish Volet. Volet is not going to be only a livestock farm; it's going to be an agricultural station because we need to do some more research as far as crops is concerned, especially now with the 7-crop program. We need to do some more research. So we have more land than we had in Bosiju as far as the Bosiju farm is concerned. In Bosiju we had 30 acres. Plus, in Volet you have 100 acres. Yes. So we have more land to do more research. Right. So definitely that will be there. You spoke about agro-processing. Correct. You're quite aware that what we have done as a ministry to give support to our agro-processors. We have resources at Senatorial Development Bank, and I'm sure Mr. Bola will not mind I put in a plug there for our agro-processors to see how they can access the resources, and of course coming together. Yes. Because each of them if each of them going to continue importing individually, it will be very expensive, and that is why we are trying to see how we can bring them as under one umbrella, right, for them to be able to see how they can cut the cost of operations. That's right. And with the new market, the second phase of the new market, it's clear that they will have a home there to sell their local products, but as a group, not as individuals. Yeah. So these are some of the things to look at. You spoke about what else?
Pretty last in
pretty last is the next one again. Yeah. That's a big problem.
A big one, yes.
Especially with the high unemployment you're facing as a result of COVID, right? What we have decided, because when we came in, we found the Pretty Last house in 2 areas, one in Mabia Valley and the other one in Miku. The other office was in Miku. Now you got somebody in Mabia Valley policing for farmers all the way up in the north. So what we have agreed, one of the challenges they had was question of space. So we have engaged the Commissioner of Police, and what we are doing now, where there are police stations in the respective regions and their space, we are relocating the officers in that police station so that they'll be more accessible to the farmers in the respective communities. So that has started. We have at least do it in 2 stations, and we're looking to expand it. All right.
Final words?
Well, half an hour is very short. I mean, I must there's so much to say, but I'm sure if by you your unit continue to engage the technical staff in my ministry, a lot of information can be disseminated to our stakeholders, our farmers. I just want to, in closing, say thank you very much. And again, I want to re-emphasize the need for us to really stay safe. Definitely. I think I have to give that call again, because if we shut down this country, it will be trouble for all of us, right? So what I know, the Prime Minister and the Cabinet and the Ministry of Health doing their best, but they can only get the support from all of us. All of us have to play our part. So let me once again call on every St. Lucian, and especially since I'm the one responsible for agriculture and all the other subsectors within agriculture, to call on everyone to tell them, please, let's follow the protocols, let's stay safe, and let's see how we can overcome that challenge in 2021.
Definitely.
Thank you very much. And again, I'm looking forward for your fullest cooperation and continue to assist us in the implementation of our many programs. Thank you.
And I wish you safe too, you and your family, in this COVID environment.
Thank you very
and
much.
Stay safe. Thank you. You have been watching Agriculture on the Move. Thank you for viewing. And remember, agriculture is our business. Eat fresh, St. Lucia's best. And of course, COVID is here. Be mindful of this. Just follow the protocols and we'll be safe. Thank you again. I'm Philip Sidney. Goodbye.
Agriculture on the Move.
Agricole en mouvement.
Agriculture on the Move.
Agricole en mouvement.
Agriculture on the Move.
Agricole en mouvement.
Agriculture on the Move.
Agricole en mouvement.